So, this is the match against Eldlich. Now, look at this hand. Look at this hand. Oh man, this is not the hand that you want to see when you're going second against Eldlich. You have a Gamma, they don't have a monster that you're looking to negate. Whirlwind, it's pretty good. 3 Remus, like, okay, sure. But we already know he's got Sanguine, and we know he's got Conquistador. We already know this, so we need to play around this. But I was also trying to make sure he didn't have any other, like, maybe an Ash or something in his hand. So what I did here, after he, you know, opens with the Golden Lord itself, you always want to use your Remus, especially if you already have your Dragon Ravine. It's like playing oh no, Alistair. Even if you already have Alistair and Invoked in your hand, you normal summon him anyway. So same thing here. You already have it in your hand. You just send it off, thins out the deck, and more importantly, if they have anything, they'll let you know. And it did slow down, but that might have just been because of his trap card. So I tried to bait him out one more time. So I'm still looking, it's still slow, but he doesn't activate anything. So I'm thinking either A is max C or B, he doesn't have anything. So now we go in for the kill. Alright, there's the Conquistador, but this is also why I said, one, Whirlwind is literally the best card going second. You love to see it. You want to see it going second. And 2, this is why I also fixed my extra deck to be more flexible. So I have another Dragoonity Knight, and you're going to see why this is very important. And he messed up, you know. He did and he didn't. He could have hit the Dragoonity Knight. He could have hit the Synchro Monster, but I still had obviously a play, and I could have made a second one. So he wanted to go for the Link Monster, which is a fairly good move on his part, but I decided to play around it. I already had, you know, you can still search the glow, and now I'm gonna just do the combo like normal. And this is pretty much just going to be a GG here, because at this point I'm just going to do everything like normal, as if I already had Romulus on the board, and business as usual, except we get an extra activation of his ability. And he doesn't have any other negates, so you can pretty much just kind of see what's going on here. I'll just hit that to make space. And you always want to search your Koos with Synesis so you can get your level 8. So you always want to keep him in the deck if you have the resources. And yeah, you already can see what's about to happen here. And this is, again, this is how you make that huge board that I was mentioning in my Season 2 profile video. This is a Season 3 game, by the way. So now we got an Omni negate, we got a Monster negate, and then we have a Banisher. This is also why going second is so good. Alright, and now he's open. So even if he had like one face down card, it didn't matter. We're gonna just fly straight through that. So that's Eldlich, you know, beating Eldlich going second. And then I'm gonna show this one, and then I'm gonna double back to the other one. I think this one is Traptrix. And it's also me going second. Yep, it's Traptrix. So, again, this is why I made my deck so big on going second. Because obviously if I could have went first, I would have went first. So he's got a pretty terrifying board, I would say. So, obviously, the reason why I'm opening Dark Ruler, I don't completely understand the Traptrix all that much, but I know, because I looked over the card, and it says once per turn you can detach a card and send a normal trap card, and sometimes you use activations, and then it can basically turn its effect into that. And then I also know that Traptrix Sarah, if a Traptrix monster activates an effect, then she gets to do her thing. So I didn't want them doing their stuff, and I figured this is a trap hole, so I was safe to activate my Dark Ruler. And obviously, I have my Harpy's Feather Duster, meaning I'm about to just make my full board right here. Because I drew into Tempest, which is a really good card to draw into, as you will see. And I'm not going to interrupt it on this part because nothing really needing to stop here. This is a combo we all know and love. But this is a prime example of why I made my deck the way I made it. Because I'm going to just end up going second, and I need to be able to kind of play through any board. And I play Dark Ruler no more instead of Droplets because I need the resources. And I don't mind not doing damage for one turn because I'll still make my full board kind of regardless. And most of the time people will use up their resources turn one, so if you can break their board and establish your own, you're in a pretty good position. But this one I couldn't go full combo. I could have, but I didn't feel like wasting the resources. Because I could have still summoned Zephyros, but I didn't have another tuner in the graveyard, so I decided to just kind of play it safe and just leave my negates on the board, and next turn have a fallback system if need be. So now he's got to play through, and he pretty much only had his normal summon, which got banished, and he cries because, yeah. And he cries. So finally, this wonderful deck, Drytron. Again, I don't think I'll need to slow it down. Thankfully, we go first, but I misplayed, and you'll see. So he activates Lancia, and I'm an idiot, and you'll see how. But I'm like, oh, I can play through Lancia. But, you know, we got triple tap this talent, so I'm going to look through the hand. And I went ahead and got rid of the monster negate. I was like, I don't want that. I don't want to have to play through that. So, and then, you know, just combo off. So, again, we're just going to let this part play out. Even if I didn't draw into that, I mean, I still had Synthesis. So I still had a board I could have made. But it's right here where I realized I messed up. Because I can't banish Dragoonity Below. I thought it was only in regards to monsters. So I had to wing it. And it just didn't go all that well. This is my board against Drytron. This is my board. And honestly, if you guys know a better time to bounce, let me know. But I felt like I needed to hit this because it's basically hitting two monsters at once. Now I got Tempest because I knew I already had the other level 10 in the graveyard. So if Tempest survived, he was going to be added to my hand, and I had additional resources in my hand. But then he does this weird thing. That just decides to banish shit, which I was like, okay, thank you. So I just went ahead and added another Remus because he's pretty flexible depending on what I need him for. And here comes Big Daddy himself, Herald Ultimately. But he doesn't have his hand. So we're pretty much good to go here. Drawing another Remus, because why not? We got Big Boy, Divinity Ducks. And so the cool thing is, and this is again why I have a second Romulus. So I was like, wait, I can extend this play out even better and just do my usual. Most of the usual. And just, you know, send whatever I can. Celsion, because why not? And here comes the game. So yeah, that was a terrible play on my part, but I think it was an even worse play on his part. I mean, probably didn't matter because even if he didn't banish the Tempest, it was still going to be a resource I was going to be able to use, rather getting an additional body on the board, or I would have used it myself with the level 10 Dragoonity card, and I would have banished it anyway, so it kind of didn't matter, but hey, it worked. Alright, well, hopefully you enjoyed these matches, and like I said, I'm going to try to climb the ladder with a somewhat different deck, but I still wanted to be competent, because obviously, as you see, we still got to face Drytron, we still got to face Eldlich, still got to face Traptrix. So I want to still have a deck that feels competent going against them, but it's also fun and a little bit different. Though being realistic, it's not that much different. But thanks for watching once again.